Welcome back to Sharks Traders and YouTube for another market analysis for the London session and potentially into the US session. Today we'll be going over S&P 500, give you guys some of the levels we'll be looking at. So again, if you guys do like the videos, please go ahead and smash that like button. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe with us. Any questions you guys got, feel free to pop them in here on YouTube. We'd love to get back to you guys. But with that said, let's go ahead and jump into it. So pulling up this 4-hour chart here on S&P, we got some resistance. You can see kind of overlapping here, 39.29 to about 39.33.75. That's a pretty decent area. We might see the market try to get back into this area, reject, and then fall back down off of a double top that we see happening here. As you can see that the market came up, came back down, and we can see maybe a formulation of a double top that may happen. Now resistance above that 39.39, and then above that 39.62 to 39.79. That's going to be the areas that we look at for resistance. Support 39.02 to about 39.10 first area. Next levels down below 38.86 and then 38.65 as the areas down below. Now main support zone right between 38.45 to about 53 as another zone as a low down here. So let's go ahead and move over into the hourly chart. So taking a look at this hourly chart, bring this up for you guys. You guys can see we're starting to round out, which means that we may end up getting right back up where we see that resistance happening. So looking for this to get up into this area and then get a nice rejection coming back to the downside. Again, if not, you can see the zones up above 62 to 79 and then 96 to about 4005. So we're going to look for this first double top area for the London session and maybe US session, getting it back down into this support here for a bounce. So we'll see what happens. Now if we do support that area of 39.02, again we could look for a continuation off that pullback for a continued upside movement to regain some strength in the market. If not, we'll see it fall down to the major levels down below, 86, 65, and then 45. Now moving over into the 15-minute chart, as we scale down and we zoom in here, you can see we are following these lows here as the market's trying to gauge its move back to the upside. We did see the market try to come down here, but we broke up out of that area, and we did see the market end up breaking this area of resistance. So we're trying to see this little bit of a wedge that could wedge the market up a little bit. So we'll see if the market does get that. If not, if it just rejects, it might just fall right through and fall back down. But I am anticipating this to actually go higher, back up into those 29 to 33. So we may end up looking for that opportunity. But scaling into a 5-minute chart here, so you guys can see, again, we had a nice pop. We are looking for this to come back and then extend back to the upside from there. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, you know, even engaging this, we want to see where could we have measured this area from. So we are looking for this to get up into those 27s at minimum, and then all the way back up to that 100%, touching around this zone area of 31 to about 34 as that area. As we scale in, we can see a little bit of a closer one, so we are going to be looking for this to get up in here. And if we get a nice rejection that happens here, we are going to be looking for short opportunities right in this area to reject down. But again, above that, it's going to be right around 39, so we could get the market to get all the way up into that area as well. But we'll see what happens here on S&P 500. Again, there are some levels down below which are support, so we'll see if we get that opportunity as well for the supports to happen. But as of right now, we're kind of right in the middle, so we'll keep that in mind. Again, we are looking for this to continue this bullish momentum happening there. And again, we did kind of wedge right out of this area, so we'll see if we continue this wedge back to the upside here. But that wraps it up for S&P 500. Again, if you guys are going to trade, make sure you guys trade with discipline. Again, make sure that if you say you trade with discipline, that you are not breaking your rules. Even if you break your rules one time, you're technically not trading with discipline, so keep that in mind. Trading with discipline means following your rules to the T every single time you enter the trade, whether the trade wins or it doesn't. Making sure you follow every rule, and if you struggle with following rules, make sure you read your rules before you even enter a trade. It doesn't take long, it takes maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and then getting into a trade, make sure you follow those rules. But you guys take care, have a great night, trade well, bye guys.